That's right. Captain Dean Hensley, the Harris County Fire Marshal, joins us now live with an update. Thank you so much for joining us. What's the latest? Do firefighters have this thing under control?
Yeah, they have tapped the fire out. It is under control. As you can see now, they're putting out hot spots. We had some collapse in some areas, so they're putting water in those areas to get down into the fire.
So can you describe to us the damage to the building? We understand it was one building that was on fire?
That is correct. One building, 24 units have been damaged by fire, smoke, and water, and the building right now appears to be a total loss, and they're still working on hot spots.
Oh, we heard that one of the walls collapsed. Is that true?
Yeah, there was some collapse. Some of the balconies collapsed in the initial area where the fire started, or where we believe the fire started, so there was some balconies that collapsed in that area.
What about the injuries? We understand 10 people were reported to be injured.
That is correct. 10 of the residents were injured, escaping the fire by means of jumping off of balconies and things like that.
And among those, we understand one child. Is that correct?
I don't have a confirmation on if one's a child or not. We have investigators at the hospital that are following up with the injured right now.
What about firefighters? Were any firefighters hurt?
We haven't had any reports of any firefighters injured. It is a 3-alarm fire, so there's multiple agencies here, but no reports of any injuries right now.
So you mentioned multiple agencies. I think I heard 6 or 7 different departments here. Is that true?
It's a 3-alarm fire. I don't know exactly who all is here, but most of the local fire departments and even Houston, I believe, came in to assist also.
Okay. And again, at this point, kind of describe to us what they're doing. The firefighters out here. There's a lot of activity behind us.
Right now, they've still got hand lines on the ground, and they're putting water on these hot spots and trying to suppress the hot spots so we can get in and start our investigation.
How long do you think you are going to stay out here?
However long it takes. Our main focus right now is making sure that all the residents are accounted for. So we are asking if there's any residents who are out here that hear the story. If you haven't checked into the front office, go to the front office so we can account for you.
And you mentioned 24 units in that one building?
That is correct. 24 units in this one building.
And I know you mentioned that you still haven't gone in there to do the investigation, but I mean, is there any indication at all of how this may have started?
We're talking to the residents that were in that apartment, and we're still investigating that. We believe it is an accidental fire, so we're still working all out the details, and we'll get an update on that in a little bit.
This may or may not be related, but it's starting to get colder. People are turning their heaters on. I mean, is there any way that may have been the cause?
It's possible. We're going to look into everything, so we'll get a better update. Once we talk to all the tenants and we talk to the tenant in the apartment where the fire started, we'll have a pretty good idea what happened.
And then just to wrap up here, can you kind of give some tips to people who are turning their heaters on for the first time as the weather gets colder?
Just always have your heaters checked. The first time you turn them on, we get that burning smell. So it's always good to have your heaters checked. If you live in apartments, maybe call the maintenance and see if they can come by the first time you start your heater up and make sure everything's clean and working condition.
Okay, Captain Hensley, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Owen and Rachel, back to you.